Beautiful scenery all around. Ever since the beginning of time, people have been obsessed with having a beautiful perspective. In all honesty, we do not possess any evidence to support that assertion. If, on the other hand, you and I are able to gaze out the window and be pleased with what we see, then you can envision a Neanderthal guy looking out of his cave and thinking, "Ah, what a lovely view." Because the ability to appreciate beautiful landscapes is so deeply ingrained in our minds, it must have originated from some other source. And even if the cavemen did not leave any archaeological evidence of view appreciation for us to discover, other cultures did, without a doubt, seek out and admire the most magnificent vistas in the globe. Here's a list of 10 breathtaking landscapes that you can admire from afar, carry with you wherever you go, and maybe even witness with your own eyes at some point in the future. Number 10. Snowy mountains. Aleutian Islands. There is something quite attractive about a landscape that is completely blanketed in snow. In other words, it is the equivalent of topping a mountain that is already lovely with ice and cake. It is difficult to believe that these two mountains in the Aleutian Islands, known as Pavlof 1 and Pavlof 2, are actually there. The addition of cloud inversion to the mix will make you feel as though you have arrived on a different planet. The good news is that you can enjoy the breathtaking scenery of a snow-capped mountain pretty much anywhere in the world. If you go somewhere that is either cold enough or high enough or both for snow, you will be fine. Number 9. Craters and lagoons. Iceland. Oh, Iceland, the country of ice and fire, with words that are so outrageously long that no tourist can pronounce them, giving Welsh a run for its money at the same time. Iceland has a very volcanic history, which has resulted in the formation of a landscape that is both unique and beautiful. There aren't many places in the world that have beaches with black sand. However, the craters and lagoons are something that we are specifically going to discuss here. With its startlingly vibrant colors and expansive vista into the mountains, the photograph that is seen above was an absolute need for us to include. Glaciers have left behind alpine lakes that are quite similar to those seen in Iceland. These lakes can be found all over the world. There are glacial valleys that may be viewed all the way from the Lake District to the Alps and all the way across hilly regions of the planet. At the very least, any location that was covered in ice millions of years ago as well. Number 8. Ice Caves, Iceland. Let's give ice a lovely landscape point in its own right while we're on the subject of ice. Certainly, Iceland is not the only area in the world where one can come across vast stretches of ice and glaciers. However, we are aware that it is possible to stroll within the glaciers that are found in Iceland. There is a translucent blue ceiling that you may walk under as if the ice itself wasn't already stunning enough. Number 7. Beaches and coastline, USA. When people think of beautiful beaches, they probably see long expanses of white sand that meet azure blue oceans. This is where most people picture lovely beaches, maybe even a couple of turtles. However, the rock formations that are found along the coast are just as stunning and have been sculpted by waves that began thousands of years ago. The reason for this is that, in all honesty, sand is nothing more than extremely minute particles of rock for the most part. There is no need to discuss the feces of the parrotfish. Just search it up. Simply put, we fell in love with this breathtaking photograph of a cave in the coast of California, which was taken at a mysterious location. On the other hand, if you can figure out where the edges are, every island has a coast. There are a great number of coasts that are stunning in their own right, whether it be the cliffs of Cornwall that are formed like storms or the beaches of Flores Island in Indonesia that are peaceful and serene. Number 6. Volcanic landscapes, Ethiopia. You would be forgiven for thinking that we have a preoccupation with volcanoes, but on the other hand, they do create some breathtakingly stunning landscapes. It is stunning in the most extreme sense of the word. We are in awe of the way in which nature creates these incredibly bright colors. Consume as much artificial food coloring as you possibly can. For this reason, you should avoid consuming anything that was produced organically in the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia, whether it be food or drink. To a large extent, everything is poisonous. Number 5. Water, Norway. Each and every place that does not contain land is filled with water, of course. It is noteworthy to note that around 60% of the human body is composed of water, while approximately 70% of the surface of the earth is covered by water. In our opinion, water is a very underappreciated component when it comes to the creation of attractive landscapes, especially large bodies of water, not simply lakes, lagoons, or rivers, but also large stretches of water. There is something remarkable about water that extends all the way to the horizon. Despite the fact that they are also cool, you will definitely gain some perspective as a result of it. Kayaking along the coasts of Greece or island hopping in Sweden are two examples of activities that we would much prefer be doing than simply observing on the sidelines. In addition, we adore the Norwegian fjords, which are characterized by large bodies of water that are completely motionless and are flanked by rugged mountains. Number 4. Jungle, Colombia. It's simply a joke, but a whim away, and even a, however, the huge jungle is home to a multitude of breathtaking views, regardless of whether or not there is a lion snoozing within its confines. In point of fact, there is a high probability that there will not be a sleeping lion because lions do not reside in the jungle. This raises a great deal of issues that our younger selves require answers to. During the time that we are working on it, you will have the opportunity to explore the jungle for yourself, like on a jungle trek that spans 100 kilometers throughout Colombia. Despite the fact that it is a wonderland of biodiverse rainforests, the Samana watershed is rarely visited by visitors. There are no lions, guaranteed. Number 3. Desert, Morocco. We were let down by the lions, but the camels will not disappoint us. There was a time when the Sahara Desert was submerged from the water. It is now sand that extends as far as the eye can perceive rather than water that spreads out in every direction. The situation is similar to that of being reduced to the size of an ant and placed in a sand hole, but without the danger of being surrounded by enormous children. Ad Ben Haddou, which is located in Morocco and is an ancient city, is one example of the towns and human houses that have emerged amid the vast desert. Perhaps what is even more remarkable than the desert itself is the development of human settlements within it. In the countries of Morocco, Jordan, and Oman, you can travel to and experience stunning sand landscapes. Also, if we're being completely honest, any nation that has a desert. Number 2. Rock formations. Scotland. The ethereal environment that is created by the peculiar rock formations of the Old Man of Storr on the Isle of Skye in Scotland is truly breathtaking. There is a possibility that it brings to mind Mordor's gates or the Towers of Magic. At this point, we are unsure, but there is little doubt that pillars of rock have a touch of fantasy to them. It is also possible that the site scouts for fantasy films are simply constructing a circle that will continue to spread itself. Skye is a mountainous island that is untamed and desolate, and it is eager for adventure. Number 1. Forest, Slovenia. To answer your question, yes, we could have chosen any tree in the forest. The way in which deciduous trees change their color with the changing of the seasons is quite stunning. For you, it is as if you were witnessing the arrival of fall. When we went on a trip to Slovenia as a group, we got to see for ourselves how beautiful the forests of Slovenia are during the autumn season. Even if your journey does not go according to plan, you can still take pleasure in being in the natural environment. Which one did you like the most? Share your opinions with us in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more. Thanks for watching.